So what I wanted to look at was three things that, when it comes to health, will affect or determine how you go through marriage and things that can affect the relationship.
Okay, give me one common thing in terms of health that can affect marriage.
One common thing that I see a lot is that too many people are not paying attention to their health. They haven't engaged in any health whatsoever.
What does that mean?
It means that they're not looking at what they're eating. They're not looking at the exercise factor. They're not looking at how much water they drink. They're not looking at anything. They just eat unconsciously. How does that affect the relationship? It means that they will get sick, and because they're not conscious at all of health, they will get ill, and that illness impacts the relationship. It impacts their ability to fulfill the relationship. With all the life struggles that can take place, you don't need that, and it's something that we have total control over.
So isn't it just a matter of like going to the doctors and popping a pill if you have acid reflux, for example, or you have something like poor energy? How could that possibly affect a marriage?
Yeah, so poor energy is usually the first sign that your health is not right, and a lot of people suffer with low energy. That affects a relationship. That affects a marriage. It affects your ability to be motivated. It affects your ability to be positive. It affects your attitudes, your thinking power. It affects your loving power. Low energy gets in the way of many aspects of the relationship, and even sexually it can affect some people. So it's something that can be a barrier between you and that next level of success in the relationship.
What does low energy look like?
Low energy is classic. It's a classic thing of after you eat, you want to sleep. Or some people, they need to nap regularly, which is a sign of poor health. It's not because you're really tired. It's because your body's struggling on the inside with what you're doing.
I relate to one aspect of having low energy during the marriage. And at that time, I recognized that I was deficient in many areas, including my B complexes, my vitamin D, and my iron levels were low, despite feeling like I was eating healthy and that I was resting well. There were still issues of me having just feeling really cloudy and really not even tired, just lacking in energy. There was several things I did to increase that energy, and one of them was to be mindful of the amount of especially the energy form of vitamins that I was taking and that I was missing, that I was to put into my diet. So I did do that. Some of that was done through supplementing, and some of that was done through just what I ate, which would support my energy levels. I do a lot. I am an active person in terms of being out with the kids, and I'm always busy. I rarely sit down. So I used to think that's why I was feeling tired and low in energy. But I still felt like I had more to give, so I knew that I had to investigate further. I knew that my low energy was affecting the marriage, because when you come home from a whole day at work and you've dealt with the kids and all you want to do is just chill out in the chair and just kind of veg out, it doesn't help any kind of communication or the situation, because you got another partner on one hand. Curtis wanted to talk, he wanted to be ready, lively, ready to go, where I'm like, I feel shattered and I don't even know how to lift my head. But when I got to the root cause of it, it wasn't only supplementing and dieting. I also returned to exercise, and that was namely aerobic exercise and core strength and stuff like that, and that really built my stamina, but also it built my motivation. It also encouraged me to go for my goals. I exercised with a number of women and a few men as well. And most of them were at least 20 years younger than me. But I felt so great that I could actually keep up with them and sometimes exceed what they were doing once I got into it. So I was proud about the amount of energy that I had locked away that needed to be pulled out.
Yeah, there's another aspect to it as well, is that I think I might have mentioned it earlier, where energy isn't only about feeling lively, because a lot of energy is here. And when your energy is low, your body, although your whole body's struggling, we have to remember that the mind is where we get a lot of our physical strength from. So if you go to the gym and you want to push weights, you'll see guys psyching themselves up. It's their mind. If they don't get their mind engaged, they cannot push weights as heavy as they might. So that's why people listen to music and gear themselves up, and you'll see them walking around the gym, and that's how they push heavy weights. There's a mental energy. It's probably 50% of our energy, and the point of that is that if your physical energy is low, your mental energy is low. If your mind is like sucked down, it affects your decision making. It affects the way you process information. It affects your emotions, because your emotions are here. For the most part, they're here. And so energy and low energy is a lot about the way we think and our attitudes towards. And we, as we're looking at health, we bring that on ourselves. Consciously or unconsciously, we bring on ourselves, and we've got to really be more aware of life and lifestyle and how it affects our minds and our attitudes.
I totally agree about the mental energy, because I found that, as I said, when I was going to the exercise classes, I didn't only feel great physically, but after the session, I just felt like I could conquer a lot. I could conquer much, and that is sometimes really tricky for our mum with 3 children. I've got a lot of friends who I try to encourage to attend, just because I felt that kind of extra push, that kick, to get on through the week and to be just more energized to deal with the children and more energized to deal with my husband, and to have more of a energy filled relationship.
Do you know what I must say? We've married 15 odd years now. Juanita's got more energy now, this very day, than she did in the earlier part of the marriage.
Is it?
Yeah, a lot more. A lot more. And the thing is, there's other things that you've done in your life to adjust, to make yourself more energetic. I mean, age has got nothing to do with it. It's this, and being practical. You've made a lot of changes because you know. Telling you, more energy now than in 2001.
Life gets better plus 40. Trust me.
Seriously. If you want to know more, you can go to theoriginalplan.org or ask your questions through this video. But we can say we're getting better. We're getting younger, innit?
I don't know if maybe you expected this video to be like
Mr. Motivator.
This is energy, but I hope you're experiencing it. But yeah, we ain't got the soundtrack, but we would have had some dance. Yes. No, I lost the beat there.
Is it?
Yeah. So we still have energy, but we ain't got the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to make it up.
That's it. It's in there. It's in there playing quietly. I can hear it. He can hear it, but you guys can't hear it. But we hope you catch the vision. We hope that you will contemplate thinking about your health.
Yeah.
And thinking about the amount of energy that you have in the relationship, or not enough energy, and how you can increase that energy in order to have a more effective relationship.
That's right. So what's the word then?
Love never fails. Stay the course.
And stay tuned for part 2 coming up. You got to do it again now.
What?
Do it. It's the end of the video.
I am gonna. Love never fails. Stay the course.